Douglas Adams' novel Mostly Harmless marks the fifth installment in the renowned Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy. Published in 1992, this humorous science fiction series follows a group of friends as they embark on misadventures across the vast universe, guided by the iconic Hitchhiker's Guide. Through a blend of satire, confusion, and logical chaos, they encounter familiar tropes of the science fiction genre, only for each situation to unravel in unexpected and comedic ways. However, Mostly Harmless takes a tonal shift compared to its predecessors. Even Adams himself acknowledged that his personal life influenced the creation of a rather somber and bleak book. The preceding installment revealed the astonishing resurrection of planet Earth, thanks to dolphins who retrieved another version of it from a different point in the multiverse. The title of the novel stems from an earlier joke within the series. Initially, The Hitchhiker's Guide describes Earth as harmless, but one character spends years expanding the entry, resulting in a slightly edited version due to space constraints that reads, Mostly Harmless. The story continues to revolve around Arthur Dent, the human protagonist who, after traversing the galaxy in the previous 4 novels, finds himself back on Earth by the end of the 4th book. Mostly Harmless jumps ahead in time, revealing that Arthur has once again embarked on space exploration, financing his adventures by donating his DNA. Uncharacteristically, Arthur's usual caution has waned, driven by a prophecy that he cannot die until he kills a being named Agrajag, who endlessly reincarnates across different locations, specifically Stavromula Beta. However, Arthur has no intentions of fulfilling this prophecy. However, Arthur's lingering depression soon resurfaces. After crash landing on the serene planet Lamuella, where the inhabitants worship the almighty Bob and lead peaceful lives, Arthur decides to start anew as a skilled sandwich maker. His tranquil existence is disrupted when Trillian, a human astrophysicist and former space traveler alongside Arthur, arrives. Trillian, now an adventurous sub-ether radio reporter, had a daughter through artificial insemination using Arthur's donated DNA. She leaves her teenage daughter, Random Dent, with Arthur and departs to pursue her career. Meanwhile, Ford Prefect, Arthur's friend and a writer for the Hitchhiker's Guide hailing from Betelgeuse 5, discovers that the guide's publisher has been acquired by the Vogons, a despicable alien species infamous for their awful poetry and their initial act of demolishing Earth to construct an intergalactic bypass. Narrowly evading the clutches of the Vogons, Ford manages to steal a copy of the newly released guide, Ascension Guide Mark II. He mails this precious artifact to Arthur for safekeeping and journeys to Lamuella. Bored and restless on Lamuella, Random seizes the opportunity to pilfer Ford's package before he can claim it. With the assistance of the Guide Mark II, which aids her in stealing Ford's spaceship, Random embarks on a quest to locate her absentee mother. Ford and Arthur scramble to secure another spacecraft and set a course for Earth, suspecting that Random may be heading there. In the meantime, Trillian, immersed in her reporting of an ongoing war, discovers a temporal anomaly. A Grebulan warship materializes in Earth's vicinity. The amnesiac Grebulans spend their time fixated on earthly television and demand that Trillian read their horoscope. Unfortunately, due to Earth obstructing their desired view, the horoscope turns out unfavorably. Witnessing the Grebulans' willingness to obliterate Earth for a more favorable horoscope, Trillian rushes to Earth to warn its inhabitants. On this particular version of Earth, she encounters an alternate universe Trillian known as Tricia McMillan. In this reality, Tricia didn't embark on space adventures with the two-headed Zaphod Beeblebrox, but pursued a career as a reporter instead. When reports surface of a spaceship landing in London, Tricia investigates and comes face to face with a furious Random exiting the ship. Mistaking Tricia for her actual mother Trillian, Random unleashes her pent-up frustration about feeling abandoned in various ways. At that moment, Arthur, Ford, and Trillian arrive on the scene. Confronted with 2 versions of her mother, Random becomes overwhelmed and experiences a near-psychotic breakdown. Seeking respite from the chaotic situation, the group seeks refuge in a nearby bar, attempting to calm Random down. Simultaneously, Trillian urgently emphasizes the need for everyone to evacuate the planet immediately, as the Grebulans are poised to destroy it. However, Arthur remains skeptical since he has yet to fulfill the prophecy of killing Agrajag on Stavromula Beta. Frustrated by the turmoil, Random wields a laser gun she acquired from Ford's ship and unintentionally fires it, hitting a man emerging from the restroom. As Arthur tends to the man's injuries, he blames Arthur for his impending demise and reveals himself as another incarnation of Agrajag. Astonishingly, the bar they are in happens to be named Stavros Mahler's Beta, as the Greek owner attempted to establish a small business in that very moment. The Grebulans unleash their destructive firepower upon Earth, obliterating it completely. Arthur departs from this world with a profound sense of tranquility, knowing that the cycle of his life has come to a close. Ford, on the other hand, meets his demise while wildly laughing at the absurd string of coincidences that have unfolded. It is then revealed that the Guide Mark II, believed to be a helpful creation, is actually a sinister design by the Vogons. Its purpose is to foresee all potential outcomes of events and aid the Vogons in annihilating every version of Earth across universes, time, and realities. With Earth's destruction accomplished, the Guide Mark II collapses in on itself. The Grebulans, seeking an improved horoscope reading now that Earth is no more, find the results still unfavorable. The novel concludes with the Grebulan captain expressing mild annoyance at the lack of TV entertainment. Following the book's publication, Douglas Adams expressed dissatisfaction with this ending, finding it excessively bleak and divergent from the cynical yet upbeat tone of the rest of the series. He had intended to write a sixth book to address these concerns, but passed away before its completion. The task of finishing the series was later undertaken by Owen Colfer, resulting in the sixth novel titled And Another Thing. In this book, the ending of Mostly Harmless is retroactively altered as president of the galaxy and fugitive Zaphod Beeblebrox rescues the main characters just moments before Earth's destruction. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.